There needs to be a day that you're not doing anything. The problem is those injuries occur because that day of rest may be a day of no baseball, but they're at hockey, they're at basketball, they're training for another sport. 95% of them, I would say, at most have one day that they don't do anything, and you have to be smart, and parents have to be diligent about it. So you're talking about days off, right? Like the pitcher is required to have days off between outings. Like if he's 15 years old and he throws 80 pitches, he needs 4 days rest. So then you talk about, well, what is actually happening in those 4 days of rest? I see it all the time because I have multiple kids at different ages. So what is that kid doing at his brother's 9U Little League game? He's throwing, he's playing catch, he's playing Little League, and then he's going to practice that day, and then he's going to do this, and then he's probably going to play wiffle ball with his buddies, and none of it is probably in the weight room, taking care of his body to be able to handle that workload that maybe Pitch Smart is outlining. So the number and quantity of throws that a kid gets is just far more than what we're used to, and far more than what they can handle. If I'm talking to a high school player right now, what a proper rest week looks like, I think, it has to depend on the physicality of the kid, right? The number one injuries that we're seeing 15 and under is going to be growth plate injuries. So there is a workload, and there is the tendons and ligaments and muscles too strong. So you have to try to monitor it in a case-by-case basis as far as what's appropriate for that given player, right? But there is a day where they shouldn't throw. Like, you shouldn't throw 7 days a week when you're 14, 15 years old. Like, it's just too many days in a row. There needs to be a day that you're not doing anything. The problem is those injuries occur because that day of rest may be a day of no baseball, but they're at hockey, they're at basketball, they're training for another sport. When was the last time you had a day off? Like a day where you did nothing. High school, the whole way down to 9-year-olds, and 95% of them, I would say, at most have one day that they don't do anything, and a lot of them are no days off from no sports. So you have to be able to monitor each kid, what they're involved in, and you have to be smart, and parents have to be diligent about it too. Like, you can't let the pressure of making the team and staying on the team and being on the A team, because if the kid's good, he's gonna be on an A team. But you wanna make sure that they're in a situation that the coach is ethically prepared to take care of them the right way.